Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the first TBR of the year. The last two TBRs have not been going well. I've read none of the books on the TBRs, to be completely honest. But new year, new TBRs, new way of doing the TBRs, by the way. We're still going to do the TBR jar, but we're actually going to pick 10 books instead of 5. Because I think that's going to give me more diversity in the books, more options to pick from, and just a higher chance of actually reading books on the TBR. So we're going to do 10 books. I already emptied the jar, but this is the jar. And I have all of the books. The cart. So like I said, we're going to do 10 books, hoping for some romance and fantasies. Those are my usual preferences. And let's just get started. Alright, so the first book ever on our 2023 TBR is The Last Chance Library, which, yes, okay, let me hold on. So this is the book. It's by Freya Samson. Okay, this is gonna be like about saving a library, which I love stories where the main character is trying to save a business or something. I don't know if there's any romance in this, but it is a literary fiction, so it's not, if there's romance, it's not the main plot. By reading the back of this sounds like it's going to be a little bit sad, a little bit emotional, but I'm excited. I'm planning on editing this. I think that's gonna be fun. First book out of 10 on the first TBR of 2023. It's gonna be Legendborn. I've been saying for months that I wanted to read that book before 2022 ended, so I'm glad it's on my TBR now. We all know her, she's gorgeous. This is about magic. Bree, I want to say. Bree's mom weirdly dies and she wants to find out what happened, but there's weird things happening as she's trying to figure out what happened to her mom. Honestly, I just heard that this is like phenomenal and I'm excited to read it. And I don't really want to know more about just what I know. So yeah, there's magic. I'm excited for that. Next on the TBR is going to be, I can't even read this. I think this says Neverwhere, which I think is a Neil Gaiman book. This is the book. I have no idea what this is about. I won it in a giveaway actually. Oh, there's images. So I don't even know if this is I think it's a middle grade book. I don't know. I love middle grade stories, so I'm glad that this is on my TBR. There's pictures in there. This just feels like it's going to be very magical and mysterious and atmospheric. And it's a middle grade book, so I like that. I'm excited. Let's keep going. Third book. Fourth book is Yes and I Love You. I'm getting some pretty good books on this. So this is the book. This I got a few months ago during summertime, I think. The third book in like this romance series was coming out and I was like, that looks good. And then I like figured out it was a third book, so I was like, okay, I'll get the first one, might as well. So I got it. I think there's fake dating in here, and that's my one of my favorite tropes to read about in romance. So I'm excited. And I like when romance series have like a bunch of other books following it, whether it's very related to the first book or it's about different characters. I love when they have that, so I'm excited to read this and then move on to the other books. Alright, so fifth book, Children of Blood and Bone. I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but I don't know what this is about. I just love the cover and I've heard good things about it, like really good things. I think the third book is coming out sometime this year. I don't know, but I've heard that this is a very good YA fantasy, and there's a map. We love maps. This seems to be about the main character trying to bring back magic to her kingdom, her town, community, I don't know. I love those kinds of stories where like magic disappeared and now we're trying to get it back. I love those stories. Those are fun. So I'm excited to have this on my TBR. Alright, so we have half the books on the TBR. Great selection so far. Let's just hope that the second half of the TBR is just as good. So let's keep going. Ooh, I don't know what that book is. I'm gonna have to find it. But it's Three Dark Crowns, which is another YA fantasy that I've heard is like very underrated. Here's the book. This is book 1 of, I don't know what the name of this series is, but there's like 4 books at least. I don't know what this is about. I do like to go into fantasy books without knowing what the book is actually about. With this one though, I'm tempted to go get a a paperback version because I got this when I was in my hardcover phase, and now I really just prefer paperbacks, so I might go get the paperback. Also, it has those like weird cutout edges. I hate those. But anyways, I might go get the paperback, I might not, I don't know. But this is on my TBR now. I'm excited about that. 3 dark queens are born in a glen. Sweet little triplets will never be friends. 3 dark sisters, all fair to be seen. 2 to devour and 1 to be queen. I like that. Hopefully I'll read this. Did I mention that I'm trying to read 100 books this year, and like that's part of why I'm doing 10 books for the TBRs now? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. Okay, number 7 is Must Love Books, another literary fiction. Yeah, I got this because it was a cartoon cover and I thought it was a romance, but turns out it's a literary fiction and it's very emotional, deals with depression. Jessie Q Sutanto, who wrote Dial A for Aunties, which I love, said that this is a book for book lovers. It's impossible not to root for Nora. And on the back, the summary of the book on the back is pretty unique. It's like a job application type thing. So like applicant, Nora, experience, 5 years, salary expectation, reference, and then required must love books. I don't know, I think this is going to be like a very powerful read, hopefully with some comedic elements, but I just know that this gets like a little bit emotional at some point in here. And it's hard to tell from just the cover. This seems like a very fun story about books. I am excited to give it a try. And also this author came out with a new book recently and I was tempted to get it, but I was like, I'm gonna read Must Love Books first before getting that one. So this might be the month and then I can go get the other one at the store. We have 3 more books to pick out. So far I'm loving the TBR, I gotta say. Ooh, another YA fantasy. I think this is the month where I'm gonna be getting back into fantasy. The Kiss of Deception, which was a gift from somebody, so that's exciting. I love reading books that like I was gifted because it's like that person's money is going to good use, you know? And also with this one, I was really wanting to read Dance of Thieves by the same author, but then I heard that it's recommended to read the Kiss of Deception trilogy first so that you understand everything from the other book. So yeah, let's read this one this month. This is the Remnant Chronicles first book. Ooh, there's a map. This is the 4th YA fantasy book, and then I have 1 middle grade fantasy book. This is a month where I'm getting back into fantasy, I think, which is good. It's like, it's winter and I feel like winter is perfect for like cozy fantasy books. And then summer's like for romance, but I'm a romance reader every month. Anyways, enough talking. I don't know what this is about, but I remember Sasha. She used to be a booktuber. I don't know if she still makes videos, but years ago when I first started reading, I was watching her videos every day. And she made a video about like 5 plot twist books, and this was one of them. And I just love when books have a plot twist. It's exciting. And now I know that there's a plot twist, so like I'm expecting a plot twist. Will that make it not as big of a plot twist or not? I don't know. We'll just have to see when I read it. All right, second to last book. I like having 10 books on my TBR, I think. And this TBR is chef's kiss so far. Yes, I forgot I had that book and then I remembered I had it because the author released another book. And then I was like, right, I have that book. And now it's here. Okay, it's In a New York Minute by Kate Spencer. Do you want to know the stupid reason why I got that? It sounds good, but the real main reason why I got that book is because of the song that plays in Friends. I saw the title and I was like, oh my god, that song plays in Friends, and that's why I got it. I am excited now. Oh wow. I think the pages are, like, the top of it already became yellowish. I'm excited for this. I love the cover. Look how colorful that is. I also just love, obviously, romance books, but also I love when books takes place in New York. I don't know what it is about New York. I just love it. I've never been, but I love stories that takes place in New York. Makes me want to go even more. So this is on my TBR. This is the second to last. So let's pick the last one. Okay, this TBR is good. This TBR is really good. It's promising. This is No Rings Attached, which is like book 2 of a book that I read and loved. I don't know if it's like complete like book 2 or if it's just like following different characters. But I'll find out when I read it. Here it is. I love the first book. It's called Read Between the Lines, unless I'm mistaken. Anyways, I love that book a lot. And like so much that when I finished that one, I just went to the store right away and got this one. And now it's on my TBR, so I'm like, I don't want to jinx myself, but like 98% sure I'm gonna read it. Knock on wood. But yeah, I'm so excited about this. The first one was a queer sapphic romance about a girl who, well, a woman that was about to lose her bookstore because of like the lady that she was dealing with to try and like save her bookstore. She ends up being the love interest, and that was just such a good book. So I'm excited to see what this one will be about. I heard that this is even better than the other one, and I love the other one, so I'm high hopes for this one. Alrighty guys, those are the 10 books that my TBR jar chose for me to read this month. I'm also going to be reading the Atlas 6 this month because it's the Tabby's book club book. So excited for that one. If you've made it to the end of this video, comment down this emoji. There's a scrunchie there. I just realized. That way I will know who made it to the end of this video. And I love knowing that. It's so fun. If you want to follow me around during the week, I have my Instagram and my TikTok linked below. I also have my Etsy shop, which is blooming. Honestly, thank you guys. On that note, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!